So
Woo-hoo!
Let's get negative. Fantasy least valuable player. T-Gods, start us off. Who is your prediction? Who is your honorable mention?
My prediction was Devontae Parker. He finished as wide receiver 91, so pretty irrelevant. I think he had one pretty good game, but besides that, he's pretty much forgotten.
Yeah.
He did miss a few games, but I don't think that really matters here. My honorable mention, Q, I'm so sorry because it should have worked out for you. I liked it before the year.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world. So I have two. I have Russell Wilson and Courtland Sutton. They both really let a lot of people down. Russ was the quarterback 17, averaging 15 fantasy points a game. And Sutton, who I had as my MVP, I thought he was going to come in and snap. He had 61 receptions for 796 yards. And where I thought he was going to thrive, he failed the hardest. 1 touchdown this year.
God.
1. I don't know. He finished wide receiver 45. So through his 5 years in the NFL, he cracked the top 40 one time.
Yep.
Why did I love this man? Why did I think he was going to be good?
That 1 year
he was good
juicy.
1 year.
Why did we hate Jerry Jeudy?
I don't know. I have no reason to hate Jerry Jeudy.
Me either.
But I loved
Sutton was all right for the first 5 weeks.
Wait till Tim Patrick comes back.
Tim Patrick, Timmy P.
KJ
and Greg Duluth.
We thought Russell Wilson was going to lift him up, and obviously it did not happen.
He just dragged him down.
So bad.
Matt, you're up, buddy.
All right. My least valuable player was Darren Waller. Finished as the tight end 30, only played 7 games. That was part of the reason why I was avoiding him this year. Before the season started, Sean got me on the Darren Waller hate train, and that is why he is my honorable mention. Just a mixture of the injury history, Devontae Adams being on the team. We didn't think he was going to see the same amount of targets. One of the two came true. He ended up getting hurt, unfortunately, but throughout his career, he's always dealt with that issue. So I'm going to stick with Darren Waller. He was taken 3rd, 4th round in most drafts. Expected to be one of the top 5 tight ends. Didn't work out like that at all.
I was roasted for ranking that man at tight end 9.
Derek Carlson sucks.
I hopped on, Sean. I hopped on.
I appreciate you. All right, Q, you're up.
My least valuable player was just to be angry at Sean was Jarv, because I put in quotes because you want to attack Julio. Very irrelevant. Finished wide receiver 102 and played 9 games. Wow. I bet Jalen Reagor was better than that.
No shot.
But
he might have been.
He was
my honorable mention is Jonathan Taylor, simply because you're the first overall pick. Though he dealt with injury and showed some signs of life towards the end of the season, it wasn't enough. Finished running back 30 or 33. Even with those games out and you're first overall, you're expected to do a lot better than that. So
Rager was wide receiver 142 and
damn it.
So
we got to check CBS where he gets punt return yards.
All right, my prediction was Julio Jones, finished wide receiver 94 in 10 games. If you did draft Julio Jones, I'm sorry, I kind of tried to tell you so. It wasn't great. He was being drafted as a top 45-ish wide receiver once draft day came around. So obviously not great, but my honorable mention has to go to Kyle Pitts. This man was piped to smithereens, and he was tight end 18 when he was healthy, finished tight end 31 in general. Kyle Pitts was beyond mid. Marcus Mariota could not get anybody the ball consistently. Hopefully this man gets a quarterback. Maybe he will show us what he can do, but he's my honorable mention. So let's debate who was the least valuable player this season. Some other guys I mentioned: Allen Robinson,
JT. Sorry, I was so excited.
Jonathan Taylor, Kyle Pitts, Cam Akers, Robert Woods, Michael Thomas, Courtland Sutton. Who was the least valuable player?
JT. You took him at literally the most valuable spot you could.
Yeah.
And he finished 30?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was still decent though when he did play.
But he didn't play a lot.
That's more. I would lean JT more towards injuries ruined the season, I guess. I don't know. That's
all right. I see where you're coming
Well,
from.
then
and
I
get
would
it.
say Russ.
I would go Russ too.
Russ was god awful,
Yeah,
like the worst ever.
the worst.
Yeah, he was bad.
He was
bad.
so bad. He was like,
He had a couple good like 30-point games, and you're like, oh my god, is he back? And after each of those, he dropped 9 and then was out and then dropped 10.
Q, how long did it
Bad.
take for you to like?
Well,
Move on.
see, I started 5-0, and none of those wins felt like wins because I had to stress Russell Wilson to get me like 10 points. So somehow I pulled out wins, but like once I picked up Geno, it was over.
Yeah. Russell Wilson may be the least valuable player this season.
Vince is so mad right now.
right, because it's not MT.
He's trying to say it's Michael Thomas, but he was valuable when he was on the field. I wouldn't say he was like least valuable.
Yeah, he's like the same reason we're not
played
going to
3
JT.
games. Yeah, he's more injuries ruined the season, I guess. But I mean, you kind of knew that was coming with Michael Thomas more than
Right.
JT.
Nobody expected this from Russ.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Russ.
Russ.
Russell Wilson was. Some people were pushing him into close to their top 5 quarterbacks in rankings I've seen. So Russell Wilson, the least valuable fantasy player this season.